Policies of lockdown and social distancing necessitate changes to traditional face-to-face legislative processes. While some parliaments like Bulgaria and Mexico are postponing deliberations altogether, and others like Nepal have no legal or technological capacity to meet online, many legislatures are testing the use of technology to enable their democratic institutions to convene, deliberate, and vote. Here in the United States, we can look for inspiration to how other countries are innovating in their use of new technology to facilitate continuity of operations and even innovate on old practices. Many public bodies, whether in plenary or for committee hearings, are introducing the use of video to enable parliamentarians and the public to watch from home online, as they're doing in Wales. Parliaments with additional IT capability, however, are convening remotely to good effect. New Zealand and Paraguay are among the dozens of legislatures turning to online video conferencing tools such as Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Cisco Web Meetings, and Google Hangouts to convene. France's National Assembly uses Zoom for committee meetings. Last week, for example, approximately 30 parliamentarians convened online to interview the country's digital minister to discuss the privacy, security, and efficacy of contact tracing apps that track proximity to someone who is infected with coronavirus. Much innovation is coming from Latin America. Recognizing that a majority of the parliament's members are part of the at-risk population for COVID-19, Chile's Senate has met remotely to debate issues ranging from extending postnatal leave to forbidding the denial of basic services during the epidemic. During a deliberation, the chair of the committee operates a clock that shows the timing of the session and mutes and unmutes members. For voting, each member appears on the screen and states his or her vote. The Ministry of the Interior and Public Security, in collaboration with the Senate's IT department, created a document compiling the best security practices. One of the biggest security risks, according to Dr. Andy Williamson, appears to be from the users accidentally tweeting meeting IDs. Some members have expressed a desire to continue using the platform after the pandemic has passed, specifically to continue their work while visiting constituents far from the capital, as they do every month. In Brazil, the Congresso Nacional de Brazil has passed a new resolution which enables its 594 members of both chambers to work remotely. Both houses use the Zoom video conferencing software for deliberation. While members of the Chamber of Deputies, the lower house, have the option to participate in person, all participation in the Senate is now virtual, and so is its voting. To conduct electronic voting, the Senate uses an application developed by the company Visual Systems, known as the Remote Deliberation System, abbreviated SDR in Portuguese, with a secure PIN and password. Senators also authenticate their vote using their picture, and a further authentication using a code sent via text or WhatsApp. For example, the Senate met remotely to debate and vote on a bill that would allocate food surpluses to people in need. The Brazilian Senate offers a phone line that members of Parliament can call for technical assistance. The shift to using new technology for convening, deliberations, and voting creates the possibility to use many of the same technologies to tap the intelligence and expertise of the public in order to improve the quality of lawmaking, a practice the GovLab calls crowd law. This April in France, 65 members of Parliament across all political parties sponsored an online public engagement called The Day After, to invite the public to offer solutions to 11 challenges posed by the recovery from the pandemic, including refurbishing the healthcare system, planning for the future of work, and involving citizens in decision-making at local and national levels. In conclusion, legislatures are successfully using IT not only to survive the crisis, but to thrive. In Ecuador, for example, 129 members out of 137 attended the virtual session supporting first responders on April 9th, far more than normally turn up. We have heard Churchill's quip about not letting a good crisis go to waste frequently repeated in the last month, and that is no less true than in the case of lawmaking, where the crisis is creating the impetus to use technology long available to us to improve the deliberative quality of the legislative process today and to innovate tomorrow.